Hey friends, welcome to the channel. Today we are taking a deep dive into Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground at Walt Disney World. This is going to be a complete beginner's guide to Fort Wilderness. So if you are a veteran of Fort Wilderness, you camp here all the time, you're probably going to hear information in this video that you already know. This is for those of you out there that have never been to Fort Wilderness and are going to be checking out this campground for the very first time. So we're talking dining, shopping, campsites, cabins, characters, everything that you want to know about Fort Wilderness, and we're even going to include an entire resort tour. So you're going to want to stay for all of it. Go ahead, grab yourself a cup of coffee and a snack, and let's take a look at Fort Wilderness. All right, guys, so let's first start off with location. So Fort Wilderness Resort is a Magic Kingdom resort. So when you're driving through those beautiful gates of Walt Disney World, you are going to want to head in the direction of Magic Kingdom, and then you're going to see a specific sign posted that is labeled for Fort Wilderness. You're going to pull off to the right before you go up to those Magic Kingdom gates, and then Fort Wilderness is actually going to be on your left. If you are coming via Disney Springs, you're going to go past Golden Oak. You're also going to go past Riverside, and you're going to make a right into Fort Wilderness. You are first going to stop at the security desk, where they are going to check to make sure that you have a reservation either for dining or for staying at this campground. And then you are going to officially check into the resort either at the drive-through check-in lanes, or you can pull over and go to the reception outpost where you can park your vehicle and head inside. Now, Fort Wilderness is known for having this unique drive up reception outpost, and something that is really awesome about this is that you can pull right up to these lanes with your RV. You do not exit your vehicle at all, and the cast members will pass information through to you. You'll hand them your magic bands, and then from there you'll also get your resort map. And you will also get a key card if you are staying at the cabins. Now, the reception outpost does have an area where you can park your car and walk in if you would prefer. Right next to the reception outpost area, you are also going to find a bus stop. Now, this bus stop is where you are going to be dropped off and picked up if you are using airline transportation to get to Florida. And let's say you don't have a rental car, you don't have your own vehicle, the bus from the airport or the rental car, drop-off shuttle place is going to take you right to this outpost. Inside, you're going to find a restroom, a couple of seats, and of course, friendly cast members that can help you with dining reservations, changing reservations, modifying, all of those great things, and also help you with ticket purchases. Now, a side note I will share is that if you are staying at one of the new DVC cabins, you do not need to go to the reception outpost. You can mobile check in directly from your phone. And then coming right off of the reception outpost, there's actually an ATM. And then to your right, you're going to find the drive-up station that you can check in from that. And you are also going to find your golf cart rental. Now, part of the fun at staying at Fort Wilderness Campground is the ability to rent a golf cart or bring your own golf cart. If you are bringing your own golf cart, you will need to ensure that you have your own private insurance policy of up to $100K. If you are renting a Disney golf cart, it is highly recommended that you make reservations well in advance because golf carts sell out fast. In general, 4-seater golf carts are the most common, followed by 6-seaters. 6-seaters are even fewer than the 4-seaters. So if you do have a larger party, definitely make sure you make reservations in advance. Cost for golf carts ranges from $65 to $85 per day, depending upon the size golf cart. Now, typically, you're able to pick up your golf cart rental in the afternoon after around 1 o'clock. However, in the morning, you are required to return your golf cart at the end of your stay by 11 a.m. On our recent trip, we went right around 11:30, and we were able to get our golf cart. So it never hurts to try to go a little bit earlier if you arrive at the fort and see if they are able to release your golf cart to you. Prior to getting your golf cart, you will need to have all of the drivers listed on a contract that you will sign. You will also receive a magnet where you can write your family's name and put that on your golf cart. Really important to never leave your keys in your golf cart because so many people are renting golf carts. It absolutely is possible for someone to confuse their golf cart with your golf cart. You are allowed to drive a golf cart if you are at least 16 and hold an active driver's license in one of the 50 states, but you have to be 18 in order to pick up the golf cart. So something that is really important to remember with the golf carts is that they have about 2 hours of driving time if they are fully charged. You are highly encouraged to plug in your golf cart anytime you get. So if you're at your campsite, at your cabin, highly recommended that you plug it in and get it fully charged. Something that is really fun about Fort Wilderness as well is that a lot of campers like to decorate their golf carts. So feel free, if you're traveling during a holiday season, to deck out your golf cart in all of the holiday garb. Alright guys, so we have our golf cart. Here you get a little magnet that you put on your dash, and they have 4 different selections, and you write your name at the bottom. You'll try this, I'm not going to show you my class. But it's pretty simple. Just go, stop, park. That tells you how much battery you have, key, lights, cup holders, and then down here is your gear, so forward or back. We have a 4-seater, so 2 forward, 2 in the back. They do have 6-seaters, like I said earlier, but they're really hard to get. And then of course here you have your mirrors. When it comes to driving the golf carts at Fort Wilderness, you're basically the person that yields to everyone. So you yield to the buses, you yield to cars, and if you do have a car behind you, you pull over. So we are basically in the parking lot where you can park to go to the Welcome Reception Center. To our left, straight ahead, is the bus stop. So that helps to get to around Fort Wilderness. But you can also use that bus stop to get to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom. And then they also have the horse trail rides up ahead. That's Tri-Circle D Ranch. So we're just gonna crossing sign, because this down here to the left guide is where you're going to do the horse trails. If you do that, that's a lot of fun. If you or someone in your party likes horses, I used to love doing that when I was little. And if you're wondering the top speed of the golf carts, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the speed limit of 20. It doesn't feel like we're going really fast right now. Maybe like 15, 10. All the time, guys. I don't know why I'm so nervous about driving a golf cart. I feel like I'm driving like an old lady. Oh, so over there, guys, Willow Way is still some of the old cabins. And then we're coming up here on the left. You see that that's actually a bus stop. So you can use that to get on the internal system. So you don't have to walk if you don't have a golf cart or a bike to get around. Here to our left is going to be the swimming pool. This is exclusively for the cabins, and it is known as the quiet pool. And as you can see, it literally is just a short skip and adjust. This is it. Alright guys, so the first loop that we're going to show you on our tour is Mallard Way. This is where you're going to be staying if you're staying in one of the new Disney Vacation Club cabins. There are a total of 33 cabins here. They do have cabins with ramps for accessibility. Otherwise, your cabin will come with the traditional stairs and your porch. If you want to see a full cabin tour video, you can click the description above or below to get a glance inside these cabins. On the outside of the cabins, you will see the site number, and then above that, you'll also see the symbol for the site of where you're staying. So there's a little duck on these cabins here. There is no house, for showering, bathroom, things like that, because you have all these things inside of your cabin. But a pretty small. By the end of the project, there will be over 300 of these. So directly across from Mallard, we have Moccasin Trail. This is going to be your original Fort Wilderness cabins. All of the cabins in the old Fort Wilderness sites are pet friendly. You stay in the new DVC cabins. They have some that are pet friendly and some that are not. So you will make sure to let the cast member know when you're checking in so they can put you in a pet friendly cabin. And for the new DVC cabins, it's all subject to availability because only certain of them are marked for pets. There is a $50 pet fee that you will pay, and you can bring up to 2 dogs with you. There currently are no breed restrictions. This loop of cabins is quite extensive. It goes back quite a ways. You should normally be able to find availability for the traditional or old school Fort Wilderness cabins, as there are so many and so many groups of them. And again, this is Moccasin Trail. All right, so making a left out of Moccasin Trail, here is Mallard Trail. Right next to them, you're going to find your laundry facilities, and then right next to that, you're going to find the Wilderness Swimming Pool. This is for cabin users. They don't have a snack shack or anything like that, and a very limited parking lot. So just be aware of that. If you are visiting this pool, parking does fill up pretty quickly. The pool is pretty small compared to the main pool, but it's very shady. So if you're looking for a quieter, cooler experience, that's probably the pool that you want to hit up. And then to your right and left, you can see more cabins. The cabins at Fort Wilderness are pretty much right at the front of the property here. And as you get deeper in, that's where you're going to find your actual campsites. So this property over here, this is going to be, let's see, Heron Hollow bus stop here. This is for loops 2700 and 2800. Fort Wilderness does have an internal bus loop, so that's going to take you around the site, and then they also have a main bus station towards the front. This is Willow Way. So now we're going to drive back to the road where we made an initial left, and we're going to make another left as if we had gone straight, and we're going to show the rest of Fort Wilderness. So to our left is going to be 2200 to 2800, which is going to be only cabins. So now we're going to drive straight, and we're going to show you guys where the camping sites are. So if you have an RV, a tent, trailer. A lot of construction going on at Fort Wilderness these days, so I apologize if you guys are hearing some construction noise, as well as apparently lawnmower day. So to our right, after we get past the lawnmower, I want to show you guys, this is actually a hitch and unhitched area. So you can pull your rig over here and detach if you're pulling a car. So really nice that Disney has that set up for you. Alright guys, so to our right, we're going to go first. This is going to be loops 100 to 500. At Disney, depending upon the loops that you're in, will depend upon your closeness or nearness, of course, to different amenities on property. If you are staying in loops 100 to 500, you're going to be as close as you can to Trails End Restaurant, the Marina, and kind of the heart or the hub of Fort Wilderness. So a lot of guests like to stay in the 100 to 500 loops, but be aware that the closer you are to the hub, the more noise traffic you're going to get as well. We have a bus in front of us. We're going to have to slow down, but this is actually great. So to our left, this is going to be your Meadows pool area. And at the Meadows pool area, you're also going to find some tennis ball courts. They have a picnic area as well. And they also, on the other side of Meadows, is where you're going to find your Chip and Dale sing-along, campfire, and movie night activities. So this is basically called the Meadow Recreation Area. This is where you're also going to head to if you're looking to go to the bike barn and participate in some of the different recreational activities. In addition to that, they also have archery lessons here as well. So this is another area, kind of what we said again, guys, when you're heading into Fort Wilderness is where you're going to really get to the hub or the heart of this resort. All around the center part of the Meadows here, I don't know if you guys can see that little lake, but you actually can rent a canoe and go around this central portion of Fort Wilderness as well. Very nice, very relaxing. But be aware, you will have the occasional pedestrian or bicyclist down these paths too. So I always recommend to take them slow. And as you can see, they are very, very narrow. There are some points where it's only one golf cart, like right here, that can pass at a time. So to our left here, guys, is that picnic table area that I was talking to you guys about, as well as your volleyball court. Playground is back there. To our left is going to be the pool. This is going to be your main pool for this area. And one property, to be honest. The deepest portion of this pool is going to be 3 feet and 9 inches. Bicycle parking to your right. And then right over here, guys, you have some shuffleboard courts. This is a golf cart parking lot. I'm going to pull in here just so we can turn around. And then up ahead, guys, is another golf cart parking lot, as well as the campfire sing-along site. They do have bleachers there that you can sit in, and don't worry, we'll insert some footage here where you can see it a little bit closer. And then they also have a food truck that serves hot dogs, Mickey pretzels, ice cream bars.
It's okay, Daddy's coming. I won't be all alone. Oh, you know what? I haven't cleaned the other one. Mommy, what do you want the punishment? The one next to the right of the refrigerator. There's a box of, I think they're blue. 4 lemonades, please. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah. Good. Hey, we still got some BGM coming through the stacks. Oh, awesome. Well, I am Cowpoke Anthony, and I want to welcome each and every one of you here to Chip and Dale's Campfire Sing-Along. Are you ready to have a good time? Well, then you are in the right place. Now, I want to know a little bit about everybody out there before we get this show started. Where you are from. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Trailers for sale around. Rooms and $50. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no internet, when 2 hours of pushing. And they'll just took up the crazy rascals out to have some fun. And they'll start picking up some trouble. You can get up this road. Folks are saying they are used to tell the truth. Yes, give them a great big hand. The stars of our show today came all the way from Florida. Thanks for coming all the way to McDowell family. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the 2 fun and furry stars of our show. So with that in mind, we're going to have a little chipmunk trivia right now. So here it is. How many of you have Chip? How do we know it's Chip? Because Chip has a little chocolatey chip nose, and his teeth are very close together. If you look over here on my left, that is your right. This other great-looking chipmunk, well, that's Dale. How do we know it's Dale? Because Dale is a Gemini. He enjoys moonlit walks on the beach, s'mores, and of course he has a reddish-brown meat-body nose. And his teeth are so far apart, they're actually in different chip codes. This is a free show, and that's as good as the jokes get, just to let you know. Okay.
So if you do forget to bring s'mores to your campsite with you, you can buy s'mores kits from the food truck at the Chippendale Sing-Along, along with the Meadow dining location. Your s'mores kit is going to come with 4 milk chocolate bars, 2 packs of graham crackers, hand wipes, and of course, tons and tons of marshmallows. And they also will give you about 2 sticks. I'm sure you could ask for more if you need more, but I was really, really impressed with this s'mores kit. It was absolutely huge, and there was no way that I was able to eat all of the contents. I did elect to try the smoked turkey sandwich, and I chose chips for my side. I actually really enjoyed this turkey sandwich. I also felt like it was great to have at a pool dining location because you absolutely could eat this poolside or take it with you. It was really good. So the Meadows gift shop, you can also access this from the other side of the road. If you are staying on the cabin side, this is actually my favorite of the 2 gift shops on property. I just find that the Meadows gift shop tends to have more merchandise and tends to have a lot more food products. So if you forget, something, they have a large refrigerated section and a freezer section. Unfortunately, when we were visiting, the freezer had actually broken, so they lost all of their freezer products, but typically they have tons of products. And then they also just have really nice Fort Wilderness, Walt Disney World themed merchandise. They have shoes and shirts and hats and glasses and toys and sundries, pretty much everything that you could have forgotten or you need or you just want because you're on vacation, The Meadows is just a really expensive gift shop, lots of options, and I think for a campground, very, very impressive gift shop. They also sell plenty of swimsuits and swim attire. So if you forgot your bathing suit and you want to go in the pool, don't worry, the Meadows has you covered. I remember when I was a little girl, I actually got a bathing suit here once just because I just really wanted a Mickey Mouse bathing suit and my parents were nice and bought me it. So lots and lots of options here for souvenirs. They have tons of Loungeflies as well if you are a big Loungefly fan. They also sell things like firewood and then really unique and fun souvenirs specifically characterized for Fort Wilderness. In the center of the Meadows recreation area, you are also going to find the bike barn. Now, the bike barn is going to be your center for activities and crafts while you're staying at Fort Wilderness. They have lots of different pottery, bracelets, fun little activities for everyone in the family to keep you occupied, keep you busy. You can also rent canoes from this location, and you can go out on a canoe ride. As the name implies, being a bike barn, you can also rent bikes from this location too, and you can also get fishing gear. This is where you can also book a private fishing excursion or a fireworks cruise. And then they also have different activities depending upon the day of the week, time of year, family fitness days, pickleball, volleyball, all sorts of really cool activities. If you want to do archery at Fort Wilderness, this is where you're going to meet and check in for your archery class. They do have a number of campsites that surround the Meadows recreation area. So if you're interested in doing lots of activities, I would recommend booking a site here. One activity that's really cool is actually mining for gems and gold, quote unquote. So you'll actually buy a little bag in the gift shop or the bike barn, and then you can sift through and find some precious treasures. This is a shot of the archery location. Cannot film the archery lessons, but absolutely, if you like archery or you ever wanted to give it a try, I highly recommend. So we are continuing our tour now, guys, down the road, and we're going to go on to our next stop. All right, guys, so to our left here is going to be Little Bear Path and Big Bear Path, 1401 to 1461. This is going to be another loop that is going to be very close to the Meadows if you're looking to be close to that central area as well. To our right, you're going to find a dog park here. So this is an area where you can let your baby off the leash, let them run around. They do have lots of receptacle plans to clean up and stool. And then right next to the doggy park, you're going to have a playground so your fur babies and your children babies can play. To our right, we're going to have Cypress E-Circle 301 to 361. And we're going to go down here just so you guys can see a typical campground. All right, guys, so one of the nice things about the lots or sites at Fort Wilderness is that all of them are paved so you're not on dirt, you're not on rocks. So you're going to have a paved front part to your campsite, and then you're going to have rock behind. Each of the campsites does come equipped with a picnic table, and then depending upon the site that you pay for, you can have a full hookup, partial hookup. It just kind of depends on what you want. They do have trash, recycling, glass, trash cans all around and all throughout. These are a couple of empty sites on the right and left if you guys just wanted to take a gander. And these sites are back in, so no pull-through sites at Fort Wilderness, so be aware of that. You do have to feel comfortable backing your rig up, no matter how big it is. And if you're wondering kind of max size rig, you can stay here, you know, with a Class A, you know, Integra, Dutch Star, anything like that. So don't be afraid if you have a 45, 46, 48 footer coach. There will be sites here for you, but like I said, you just have to feel comfortable backing up into the site. A lot of the sites here at Fort Wilderness do have ample amounts of shade, kind of like the cabins, because they want you to be able to enjoy your sites and be able to sit out, have a campfire, things like that. They do have approved fire pits as well. I'll insert a photo of that here. So if you're coming and you're bringing your own fire pit, you'll know what sort of pit you can bring. Didn't see too much decorations in this loop, but a lot of campers coming to Fort Wilderness like to decorate, especially if you're coming around the holiday season. For us right now, it is 4th of July, so they're having quite a bit of decorations here. Little basketball hoop here. Okay, so to our right is going to be Bay Tree Lane or Palmetto Path, 101 to 237. Currently, there's no one really staying in the 100 loop because they're actually using the 100 loop for the cabins here. So they have 2 show cabins. If you're interested in doing that for TBC, that you can stay here. So it's kind of nice that this 100 loop is just kind of open right now, so you guys can see what it looks like with no campers here. Once again, paved sites, ample amounts of shade. Wondering about pet-friendly loops, all the loops here at Fort Wilderness are pet-friendly. And if you're staying in this 100 loop, there's a little path right there that will take you up to get to the Marina, where you can catch the boat for Magic Kingdom. Coming up on your right, you're going to be able to see those cabins. It's going to be 118 and 120. As you can see, some of these sites are pretty sunny, so it's definitely something you want to keep in mind. Right across, we'll show you guys the 200 loop. This is going to be Palmetto Path. Again, you have another basketball. This is a comfort station, men and women. All the loops here at Fort Wilderness are going to be one way, so keep that in mind when you're driving through. One of the cool things when you stay at Fort Wilderness is you see all different sorts of setups. You see trailers, you see fifth wheels, you see pop-ups, you see Class B, Class A, Class C. It's a big RV, happy family. Show you the path to get to the Marina. Alright. So coming out of the 100 and 200 200s right across from us is going to be the 400 loop. And that is Whispering Pine Way. Like I said, guys, as you're heading towards the center, it's going to get more traffic and definitely a lot more motion, so just keep that in mind. So straight ahead, guys, is going to be an additional bus station that's going to take you to Wilderness Lodge, as well as Tri-Circle D Ranch, where you can see some of the Disney horses. All right, guys, so now we are headed down this road, and we're going to be taking you to, once again, like I said, the main central hub here. Another gift shop over there. That is going to be the trading post. There's also additional parking behind the trading post if you want to park down there so you can get to the marina. There is, as you can see here, for so. So here's that additional golf cart parking lot I was talking to you guys about. And there is the marina down there, guys. Down there you can go on fishing excursions. You can also book a fireworks cruise that will depart from there. So here we are at the Fort Wilderness Marina. This is a great spot over here on the beach to watch the electrical water pageant. They do have a couple of tables. They do this cute little 4th of July setup decorations here. You can see here on the Fort Wilderness map, they do have the DVC cabins. So this is a new map. And then you can see the sun tracker boats here. You can go on a guided bass fishing excursion, as well as a fireworks cruise. And if you are a DVC member, they do have DVC member exclusive fireworks cruises. You do get about a $10 discount per person. There is one of the trackers for the Colonial Scavenger Hunt. So on the dock, guys, to the left is going to be where you're going to catch your boat to Magic Kingdom. On the right is for the Contemporary and Wilderness Lodge. And then if you're fishing in the lake, these are the fish that you can catch. Blue flag is Wilderness Lodge Contemporary. Green is for Magic Kingdom. That sign right there, guys, in front of that tree is another spot where you can meet for carriage rides as well. And then right next to Pioneer Hall, of course, you're gonna have Trails End Restaurant, and then you're gonna have Crockett's Tavern right there in the front.
check the other store.
And we're gonna come up here to the left. This is where you're going to find Trails and Restaurant as well as Pioneer Hall, where I can see Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue. I don't know if you guys can see through the bushes, but those individuals, they're actually on a Segway tour, so you can take a Segway tour all around. And then right next to where the Segway drivers just left is where they have a meetup spot if you want to go on a wagon ride here at Fort Wilderness. That is another fun option for you too. All right, guys, so here we are. We just parked the golf carts. We are outside of Pioneer Hall headed into Trails and Restaurant. The Trails and Restaurant used to be a sit-down dining experience. It was buffet. You go up, but now they've turned it into a quick service option. This is my first time dining here since they've changed it, so I'm really excited to see. So I elected to try the pulled pork sandwich. The coleslaw was fresh. The pulled pork was a little bit more shredded than I tend to like, but decent for a pulled pork sandwich. And then I decided to get a refillable souvenir cup. I could use this here. You can also use this at the pools. And then I elected to try the Gold Rush, which is basically a caramel latte. I got it iced, and I was actually pretty impressed. Pretty good iced coffee. The gigantic Mickey Mouse cinnamon roll was a little bit dry, but quintessential because it's Mickey shaped. Now, if you are going to be staying at Fort Wilderness, a classic original show that you have to check out is Hoop-Dee-Doo musical Revue. This has been around for years and is a favorite of campers as well as non-campers. There are many Disney World goers and even locals that will make the trek over to Fort Wilderness to catch this show. And if you are staying at this campground, it just makes sense for you to give it a go and check it out. It's a 2-hour long dining experience, and it's different. It's not like a character meal, but it's a show, and it's all themed around the frontier, and basically you are entertained by troubadours that are supposed to be traveling in frontier Old West time. So transport yourself back into the Old West of America. The shows are not every single day during the week, so you're definitely going to want to make sure that when you are staying at the fort that one of these shows is going to be offered. Show times are going to be 4 p.m., 6:15, and 8:30, and doors open up for you to enter the show 30 minutes prior to that time. It's very, very important that you arrive 30 minutes prior. so that you don't miss the beginning of the show. And I will say I was kind of running late when we were supposed to go to the show, and it took a while to just even get into the building. Your seats are assigned, so you will pay for a particular section, either first tier, second tier, or third tier. If you want to be in the main hall on the first floor, that's going to be first tier. Third tier is the balcony, and then the second tier is going to be the tables that are all the way in the back of the building towards the doors when you first enter. So depending upon where you want to sit will depend upon which ticket you will purchase, and you guessed it, the closer you are to the main stage, the higher ticket price you are looking at. The food options are American barbecue, so you're going to feast upon, starting off, salad, coleslaw, and cornbread. The cornbread definitely had a sweet consistency. It wasn't super dry or grainy like some cornbreads can be. And then for your main meal, you're going to be feasting upon fried chicken, ribs, baked beans, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, and green beans. So definitely a very hearty meal. There are plant-based options for plant-based diners as well. So in general, Hoop-Dee-Doo is going to run Wednesdays through Sundays, and the cost for tickets is going to be all the way up to $78 per adult if you're in that category 1, or $70 per adult if you're in category 3. Children's prices are for all categories and are a little bit different, so make sure to look that up if you're looking to bring little ones along with you. This show is family friendly, and advanced reservations are highly recommended. It isn't guaranteed that if you show up to a particular show on a particular day that you're going to be able to sign up, and prepayment is required. So if you book reservations for Hoop-Dee-Doo for your upcoming trip, you will be charged at the time of booking for that trip. Even though the show is a little bit more costly than some other dining experiences at Walt Disney World, I think it's definitely worth it. The food was absolutely top-notch barbecue. It's all you care to enjoy, so you can eat till your heart's content, and it is very family-friendly food and atmosphere. If you have little ones that are a little bit more noisy, a little bit more rowdy, they will definitely fit right into this show and not disturb other guests. And it is a 2-hour-long show, so you definitely get your money's worth. Crowd participation is expected, and many individuals that are here for the show enjoy participating. So now we're going to leave the settlement area, Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue, Trails and Restaurant, and we're going to head back into the campground. Instead of making a left to retrace our steps, we're going to go straight, leaving out, and we're going to show you the other side of Fort Wilderness now. Is going to be the 700 loop. This is going to be Cinnamon Fern Way, hosting 34 campsites. This one is also pretty close to Trails End Pioneer Hall as well. Here we have the 800 loop, the Jackrabbit Run, hosting 74 campsites, and this is your bus stop for 600 and 800. To our left is going to be Sunny Sage Way, hosting 37 sites, your 600 loop right here. And then this is Quail Trail, 900 loop, 32 sites. Comfort Station, you're gonna have your bus stop 900 and 1000. And to our left here is going to be the Meadows Trading Post. So that's going to be the gift shop that was on the other side of the Meadows pool, right across from Raccoon Lane, 1001 to 1023. The Meadows does have parking for golf carts right there, and then they have overflow parking here. This is where you're going to want to park if you're driving over here for the Chippendale sing-along, campfire, things like that. And to our left here, we're going to have another playground and a volleyball net. And this is right by the 1100 to 1200 loop. To our left, you're going to have your bus stop for 1100, 1200, and 1300. To your right, that's Possum Pass. And to your right, it's going to be Dogwood Drive and Tumbleweed Turn. That's going to be the 1200 and 1300 loop, excuse me. So as you guys can tell, lower numbers are closer to Marina, Pioneer Hall, higher numbers are closer to the Meadows. To your right, guys, is going to be Bobcat Bend, which is going to be 21,000 to 2144. And then now we're headed down to Peacock Pass. On either side of us, guys, is a lot of noise just from construction, from them working on the DVC cabins. And if you're wondering what was beyond the turn that we just went down, it's a dead end. So, Shawnee Road, 2301 to 2330 is going to be another new DVC cabin loop. So as you can see, we've kind of made a full circle back around, and now we're back where we started, back with the cabins. 2401 to 2449 Settlers Bend, more cabins, 24, 2500, and 2600 cabin bus stop. And here we are, guys, back where we started. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me in this beginner's guide to Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. If you enjoyed this content, enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up to let me know. Comment below if you've stayed at Fort Wilderness and if you love this campground as much as I do. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.